Okay, this video is to help you with slide 3 on your two-step equation tile problems. This one's a little different because now we're going to use red squares to represent a -1. Okay, the yellow squares in the previous slide represented +1. Okay, the red squares in some of these problems will represent -1s. Okay, so this problem right here, this is 3x minus 2 balancing with -11. Okay, so here's 3x. Okay, do you remember take away 2 is the same as -2 when we talked about adding and subtracting integers? So I'm going to think of this as 3x -2 balances with -11. Okay, I still want to figure out what each x equals. I'm still going to add or subtract first, and then I'm going to split things up last. Okay, let's take this slow. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, here's the equation. I'm going to type that in. 3x minus 2 balances with -11. By the way, when I made this slide, there may be some text boxes that you have to click on and maybe slide over a little bit. I goofed some of those up. Okay. Anyway, we have 3x minus 2 equals -11. Okay, this is what's different with this from the other. Okay, I'm trying to get my bags of my bags of for my trick-or-treaters. I'm trying to get those alone. Okay, in the previous slide, I took a yellow away to get rid of the yellow that was next to them. Okay, on these problems, I want to get rid of some reds that are next to the trick-or-treat bags. Okay, I want to get rid of reds. Okay, I want you to think a different way about the reds, okay? Instead of taking them away, okay, now you could argue I could take reds away from both sides, and you're right, but usually there's not going to be reds on both sides, at least on the problems that I have later on. Okay, I want you to think of it this way. To get rid of reds, you could add yellows. Because remember, a yellow and a red cancel out. Okay, a positive and a negative charge cancel each other out. Okay, so if I want to get rid of these reds that are next to my trick-or-treat bags, okay, I'm going to add, let's see, okay, move text box. Okay, I'm going to add 2 yellows to both sides. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I'm going to type it in, and I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Put +2 on the left and +2 on the right. So I'm going to drag these extra tiles. I'm going to add 2 yellows to the left. Okay, if I add 2 yellows to the left, I have to add 2 yellows to the right. Okay, now it says here's what I get next, but before I do the here's what I get. Okay, we added 2 yellows to 2 reds because we wanted to get rid of these. Okay, these 2 yellows and these 2 reds cancel each other out. So I'm going to go ahead and click on all 4 of them, backspace. Okay, I'm going to take those 0 pairs out. Okay, same with over here. I have 2 yellows and 2 reds. See, this yellow cancels this red. This yellow cancels that red. So I want to take it out. I want to clean everything up before I write down what I get. Okay, so after I do that, I end up with 3 x's balancing with -9. Okay, these are red. These are negatives. So 3 x's balancing with -9. Okay, hopefully my internet will connect here in just a second. It's frustrating. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Thanks for being patient. Okay, so I'm left with 3 x's on the left. I already took those out. I'm left with 3 x's on the left and negative 9 on the right. I understand when you guys are at home having trouble with internet, because I do too. Okay, so I have 3x equals negative 9. Okay, I'm going to split both sides now up, because I want to give every trick-or-treater the same amount of red hot candies. Okay, so I'm going to divide each side up into 3 groups, because I have 3 trick-or-treat bags. Okay, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. Okay, and I feel so smart. I can tell that I have 6 more, so I'm going to give 2 more to you, and 2 more to you, and 2 more to you. Okay, I want to split these up equally. Okay, so what I did, I split each side up into 3 groups. Okay, I need to show it by putting a 3 underneath the fraction bars. Okay, now here's what I get at the end. So each x equals what? Okay, what does each x equal? Well, each x equals 3, but they're red, so each x equals negative 3. So I can type in x equals negative 3. So there's my answer. I want to check it. And again, you don't have to necessarily show all of these spaces if they confuse you, but I'm taking the original equation. I'm replacing x with my answer that I got, and the answer that I got is negative 3. So I need to make sure that 3 times negative 3, take away 2, really does equal negative 11. Okay, so I'm going to multiply before I add. 3 times negative 3, the signs are different, so it's negative 9. So I have negative 9 minus 2 equals negative 11. So there's one of those text boxes. You may have to drag a little bit. Mr. White goofed up a little bit on the bigger numbers. Okay, so negative 9 minus 2 equals negative 11. I can go ahead and simplify negative 9 minus 2. Okay, if I'm at negative 9 on a number line, and I go 2 more to the left on that number line, I end up at negative 11. So I have negative 11 on the left and negative 11 on the right. So that proves that my answer of negative 3 was correct. Okay, guys, do the best you can. When you get back, we'll spend more time on this. Hopefully we'll see you soon if you're at home. Okay, don't stress out about this lesson. Just do the best you can, because we're going to look at these in various different ways anyway. I just want this to, I want you to try doing it this way as well. Okay, keep me posted. Email me if you have any questions.